Hi, so today we're going to be talking about cellular and neural control of the digestive system. First point I want to make is nutrient absorption, specifically plasma membrane transport. Microscopic cross-section of the small intestine villi are associated with epithelial cells. Absorption uses facilitated diffusion, secondary active transport, and sometimes simple diffusion. Transport proteins like sodium glucose transport proteins rely on sodium gradients. Fatty acids are absorbed differently by diffusion and are packaged into chylomicrons. Second point I want to make is Na plus and K plus pump, specifically establishing gradients for absorption. These pumps use ATP to maintain a low intracellular sodium concentrations. This gradient allows sodium-coupled transporters to bring glucose and amino acids into the cell. Without the pump, sodium would accumulate and nutrient absorption would stop. It's an example of primary active transport enabling secondary active transport. Third point I want to make is action potentials, specifically nerve involvement in digestion. The digestive system is regulated by action proteins traveling through enteric neurons. Enteric nervous system is the brain of the gut. This controls motility, secretion, and reflexes. Action potentials in sensory neurons detect stretch or chemical changes. Motor neurons can control smooth muscle, peristaltials, and sphincter functions. Eccentric nerves like the vagus modulate activity and parasympathetic input. Next point I want to make is autonomical nervous system, specifically regulating digestion. Parasympathetic division, it increases digestive secretions and motility. Sympathetic division is the fight or flight, which inhibits digestion, tightens sphincters, and reduces blood flow. Balance between the two maintains homeostasis. As food enters the stomach, the parasympathetic system activates gastric secretions and movements. Next point is integration, specifically cellular to system homeostasis. Nutrient absorption starts with cellular level transport but is coordinated by the nerve signals. Homeostasis depends on the nervous system, endocrine signals, and membrane dynamics working in sync. A single bite of food activates a complex chain from the membrane level to the whole body regulation. And the next point is clinical connections, specifically on when these systems fail. So disorders of the membrane transport, nerve signaling, or automatic control can severely disrupt digestion. For example of this, celiac disease damages villi, reducing surface area and transporter expressions, which is poor nutrient absorption. The next one is diabetic neuropathy impairs autonomic nerves, specifically the gastroparesis, where the stomach empties too slowly. Next one is lactose intolerance, shows how enzymes absence affects nutrient processing at the cellular level. And these conditions demonstrate how the Na plus and K plus pumps, membrane transports, action potentials, and autonomic signals are all essential for normal digestion, and why a failure at any level could cause dysfunction. And to wrap everything up, digestion is not just about the food we eat, it is about how our cells, nerves, and organ systems work together to maintain homeostasis. Plasma membrane transports absorb nutrient at a cellular level. The Na plus, K plus pumps fuel these transport processes by maintaining ionic bonds. Action potentials carry formation through eccentric and autonomic nerves, triggering movement in secretions. The autonomic nerve system ensures digestion responds appropriately to our environment and internal state. Together, these processes reveal how a microscopic mechanism supports major functions. Thank you.